hi. Hi. I remember we got to the hospital around 11. Took a while to basically get set up and get Dr. Anderson didn't get there till like 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because they started the Pitocin around 1:15. But your daughter, your stubborn also daughter,
That's you, Azaria Rain.
started swimming up instead of, okay, rewind. Okay, so when I went into the hospital, I was 3 centimeters, and the bag was, what did she say, was bulging. So like if it was going to break, like if I wouldn't have went in or whatever. So we're thinking, okay, yeah, let's not do the Cervivil, let's do the Pitocin. So we start on Pitocin since I'm already dilated and just need a little bit of help. So the Pitocin was doing its job. I was having more contractions, and they were closer together, but I was not dilating. So that's when they stopped the Pitocin. And that was, I don't know. I'm so mad now that I don't know.
A couple hours. It must have been like at least 4 or 5 hours, I think.
Yeah. No. Okay, it was 4 because at 4:50, I remember I waited to 5. It was like 5:50, and I wanted to pee, and I wanted to hold it because we wanted to make sure that the pill that it dissolved and it did what it's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So I was taking off Pitocin around 4:30, and then Dr. Anderson came in, or around 4. Dr. Anderson came in around 4:30 to insert the Cervidil, whatever, the 1/4 of the pill, and that was around 4:50 or so. 4:50 or so. So waited a whole hour for that, and then to see if it would kick in. So I was having contractions, same, closer, and then I was going to get checked on at...
It would be like 4 or 5 hours later, so like 9.
Well, I think I was checked before that, like at 7, and then at 9 they were going to insert the other pill because I still was about 3 centimeters still. So it's like, oh great, it's not doing its job. Or it's taking long because again, some stubborn baby decided to swim up. So without her head pushing down, I wasn't progressing as fast as I should. So the next pill was going to be inserted at 9 o'clock, and that's the pill that does the trick, the second pill. But at 9, I'm sorry, yeah, they will do that at 9. At 9:30, I was going to get checked. Or something like that. No, at 9:30, yeah, at 9 she came back, okay, you know what, 30 more minutes because the mom just came into labor. So at 9:30, we're waiting for 9:30 to come around for them to insert the pill, but they never came till like 10:30 or so. And then let us know that, they weren't going to be able to do it because a couple moms came in to triage.
Like 1,200.
Yeah. And so because, you don't have too many staff, it was kind of smart, I guess, to them to not give me the second part of the pill, because if my body decided to do what it did last time, which was go from almost 5, so 4 something
with
centimeters to a 10 in 15, 20 minutes, if it were to happen again, they already have like 2,100 moms lined up to deliver. To add me in there, kind of not fair. I wanted Dr. Anderson. I didn't want them to have to call an emergency doctor because we wanted Dr. Anderson. Okay, so they said they were going to come, instead of inserting it at the 9:30, they were going to do that at 3 in the morning. Yeah. So we're waiting for 3 in the morning. I'm just already annoyed.
Yes, they're waiting till 3 o'clock to give us an update, saying there was a possibility that we would insert the other pill at 3. But your mom is being a little dramatic and extra.
What?
No, some more people came in to deliver, and
well,
Dr.
actually,
Anderson,
she was being a little dramatic, and so I had to wear a mask and to get her heart rate down. So I wasn't being extra. You were being extra, child. So throughout the night, from 3 in the morning, actually they never came in really to update us. Just like we would Dr. Anderson wants to hold off. Same thing they said previously. We want to hold off, and then after that, it was 6 something in the morning, and we just figured, okay, they're gonna come in at 7 after the shift change, and then do it then. But meanwhile, from 3 in the morning, or 9 to 3 in the morning, the contractions were every couple of minutes. I'm not sure in the beginning, but after a while, they became every minute or so. You're the one that knows, because we were, okay, you have this much. I had to constantly pee because all the IV fluids or something. I don't know. But what I found was funny was, okay, I had to pee. Ready? And disconnect everything. And then I had to run and pee. And he was saying, okay, you have 1 minute before your next contraction. So if I didn't make it back into the bed, I just had to deal with the contraction on the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, I'm going back down to the toilet. And then, you don't have any bruises for real?
No.
I abused him. Yeah,
You
so, man, still. Throughout the night, he fell asleep. I didn't sleep. But after a while,
I fell asleep for like 30 minutes.
That's what you thought.
30 minutes.
Times 2 hours.
No.
And maybe it wasn't 2 hours, but to me, it felt like 2 hours because every minute I was like holding onto the bed and because I was having contractions. Not yet. I was having contractions that were like really bad in my back. Not necessarily like your uterus or anything contracting down there. It was, but then all of a sudden it just became mostly my back. So then he woke up with perfect timing because I was going to wake him up because I couldn't. They were increasing in my back. So it was like, oh my gosh, my back's gonna break. So from this, it went to like lifting my body. So I think that's why I was sore right here all day yesterday from holding on. So we went through the night with the contractions, really close, really strong. And then at 7 in the morning when they came in to get checked, I was like, at that point, was I ready for the epidural or not yet?
I don't know.
So my concern was like, oh my gosh, I'm already tired. My body's just so tired from hours of contractions that, and nothing happening. So I said, if I'm still on 4, or not even I was a 4. If I'm still at 4, I'm going to be so mad that I think that eventually I'm going to have to get an epidural. But I wasn't there yet. So then when they came to check, I was at a 4. Or 4 something, or something like that. You laughing?
Yeah, he was waving high at us.
So I was still a 4, so I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it. And I was hoping that I could, but I didn't know. And we were hoping for the 4 to 10 to happen again, but I didn't think so. Because again, they were saying her head was up there. And I knew it because my ribs hurt during every contractions and in between, and then my back was hurting, like if she was, So then when so that was inserted at 7:30, and then at, what time? 11 or 12? 11 or 12.
What are you talking about?
When
Your
Dr.
water?
Anderson came in to check on me again. So
okay,
she
came in at like right at 12, because your water broke at 12:33.
Okay, well, she broke my water. So she came in at 12 o'clock. So before Dr. Anderson came in, like right before, not even 10 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes, the nurse came in and she checked me, and I was a 4
Plus
something. I think she said like 450 or something. I don't know. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Nope. Okay, I'm just going to have to suck it up and get the epidural because this is, it's crazy. And he was telling me.
Her back was breaking.
Yeah, my back felt like it was going to break. I literally was your hand like this? I don't even know. You had it like this sometimes, right? I became the exorcist. So his hand was like this, and I would push my body in to like stop the pain and then still hold on, and it hurt. It hurt so much, and I was like, I'm so over it. Yeah, I thought it was funny when you move your hand. Put your hand. But that's what I want you to tell me. That's what I want to hear. Like, You thought I was an exorcist? Like, I know what I felt and I was thinking,
I didn't think
but I don't
nothing.
know what you were thinking.
I didn't think nothing. Just was waiting for her to come. Just wanted her to be here.
You
Wanted you to get out of pain.
You?
You weren't really yelling at me. But, nah. I didn't think nothing. Just, like I said, wanted you to get out of pain. Wanted her to get here. Wanted you to rest. Cause
They never came in after that, after the mask was taken off, to update us on when we were going to get the next pill to proceed with the induction. So
they were waiting for shift change, you know?
at 3 in the morning, that's not shift change.
No, after they put on the mask before 3. Okay.
Yeah. And so at they came at like 6 something or 5 something, or like, okay, you know, like the sun is coming out, like the, you know, peeking through the blinds, like it's daytime, like nobody's came in. What's going on? I want this baby out. I'm in pain. So after the sun comes out, it's like 6:10 or some, or like 6 something, 7 something, and that's when he was like, okay, they're not gonna come in till like 7:30 or so, like after shift change. Oh, great. Yeah, shift change at 7, so usually they come in a little after that. So at 7:30 is when they entered the second part. I was checked and I was still at a 4 something. So I just had epidural on my mind because I was tired, my back hurt. And then at 7:30 they inserted the pill and they were going to come and check at 11:30 to see if I progressed or what they were going to do next. So it's 11:20 and I'm like, okay, can't they just come? Like, I'm done. I'm over it. Can they see I'm tired? And what JJ said makes sense. He said if the whole 10-minute thing. 10 minutes makes a big difference, so it's a good thing.
She wanted them to come in at 11:20 to come check her already for
you
another
said
pill.
11:30, so
And so I told her, well, remember what happened last time with her brother? When they inserted another pill, it was gonna take like. She went from 5 centimeters to 10 centimeters
almost 5
in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I told her, well, let's wait this extra 10 minutes like we're supposed to, because what if in these 10 minutes you do the same thing? Well, after the 10 minutes they came in, they checked her, and your mom was about, I think it's 7.
No, I was still 4. So then I was like, okay, I was 4 something, 4:50 is when she said. So, and I mean, the first time with Prince Jersey, it didn't happen that quick either.
No, she said when they checked you were a 6.
Anderson was a 6.
No. Tracy was a 6.
No.
Anderson said you were like a 6, 7.
No?
Yes.
Okay, maybe. But this is how I remember. I remember I was 4:50 and I was like, no, see, I'm going to need the epidural. Like, nothing's happening. This is what I was afraid of. I was going to be going through all this pain at night and nothing. You insert the Cervidil, whatever, the pill, and nothing's happening. But I know the first time it didn't happen that quick. They inserted it maybe like at, I don't know what time. It took a couple hours, and then I went from almost a 5 to a 10 in 15 minutes. So this time she checked me, and there was still hope, but I was in so much pain and tired. What are you doing? So then, for my recollection, that's when Tracy checked me at 11:30, and I was at 4:50 or so like that. So my heart was just like, no, I'm gonna have to get an epidural. And again, I'm not against epidural. I'm scared. So at 10 minutes after Tracy checked me, Dr. Anderson came in, and that's when she said, I'd say 6 or 7. So I was like, okay, this is happening, you know, but still her head was too high. So JJ's favorite part, they had me, not yet. So she said, okay, let's break your water and see if that will have me progress, since we're already 6 or 7. So that's what happened. I was so scared. I didn't remember if it hurt or not. So they popped my water, and then all of a sudden, like, that didn't hurt. But all of a sudden, I just feel this, like it's so weird, this drop, and then the pain.
The thing, actually, they look like chopsticks.
Yeah.
Chinese chopsticks, what they pop your water with.
Yeah, I just felt like they were cutting something, but I couldn't like.
No, they look like chopsticks. Like they just.
Yeah, that's funny. I wish I got a picture. I'll look it up. But okay, so that didn't hurt. But I did feel this sudden pressure. It was so weird. And then right after that, instantly, it was like, oh, again. But all in my
this
back.
was at 12:33 is when we popped the water.
Yeah. And then, so at 12:33, they did pop the water, and then the contractions started, but they were just in my back, and I was like, I don't, like, this is gonna hurt. So she told me, if you had to scream, scream. If you had to cry, cry. I was on the floor. I was in all these weird turning in positions, and I was like, you know what? This hurts. I've been in pain. Whatever I need to do, I'm gonna do. Whatever. I'm not here to look pretty. So I think I yelled.
Threw up.
Oh yeah. So before that, so throughout the night, I was telling him like after a contraction, I would go like I needed to throw up, but I would hold it. And then, so once they broke the water, the contractions kind of increased just a little bit, and my back was just hurting, and I was just so tired that I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And surely they went to get the bucket, and I threw up.
Green stuff.
Not green stuff, green. It was green liquid.
That's what I said, green.
Yeah, the green stuff sounds like chunks and stuff. There was no chunks. It was just all liquid. I hadn't ate or anything. So it was the IV fluids, and then the apple juice. After I threw up, I still had my contractions in my back. So then they had me turn over to the other side. Once I turned over to the other side to get her to come down, they said, I couldn't. I could not. The contractions. I couldn't even hold on to the bed like I was on this side. I would like lift myself like, no. I need to turn. Because it hurt so much. And that's when they realized, you know what? Maybe she's in my back. Because I just kept complaining about my back. Like that's what was hurting. My back was breaking. I thought. And so then JJ's favorite part, where they had me get on all fours and push that way. And then Dr. Anderson decided, you know what, let's push during a contraction. I'm going to put my hand in there and, or she's going to put her hand during a contraction and see if the baby was coming down. So yes, she started coming down, finally. After that, it was like, okay, let's try and have you push and see if, she's ready to come. So I was still on all fours, ready to push, and that's when she would stick her hand in, and then things just got real. And to me, I'm like, no, this is crazy. I can't do this. And my body was just tired, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. Put my leg down, and I just threw my body, and then we turned around and did things the normal way. I think, right?
Yeah.
So, ready to push, and that's the video. So, oh no, not yet. Well, we're ready to push, and I was like, no, I'm gonna poop. That had to be in there. So they said, no, that's pressure, the baby's coming, but it just didn't feel like it was time to push. Like, no, she's not coming yet, I guess I'm always gonna be in denial. Like, no, last time, remember, like, oh, his head said, no, I'm not ready. No, like, what? I was just a 5, or about to be a 5. There's no way. And this time it's like, no, yeah, I feel pressure, but no, it's like she's up there still. Like, I'm not ready to push. Like, the whole setting wasn't even. After they finally, okay, let's push, and I was like, yeah, okay. And once the little, things came up, then it became real, and it, I was like, okay, more comfortable, like this is really happening, and I accepted it. So my legs were just like,
yeah,
it was
shaking.
so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, like my body was so tired already, like all this, it was just, I couldn't control it, just shaking in JJ's hand. So they put the stands up, JJ grabs my leg, the nurse grabs my leg, and we're ready to push. And so she's like, just push, let's just see. That, next thing you know, I just feel like this pressure, this head, and I don't know what's going on, but I just feel like I need to keep pushing. There was no more contractions or anything. I need it. There's something there. I need to get her out. I don't care if there's no contractions. Push. And then you just feel.
And your head came out, and well, you must have been playing with your umbilical cord because it was wrapped around your neck.
Yeah.
Dr. Anderson had to take it off of you, and then And you
and
came.
you finished coming out, and we're done, and you just. So then it was like, oh my God, we did it. We did it. Teamwork.
Yeah.
We did it.
At 1:51 p.m., Azaria Rain Rivera, you were born. June 2nd, you came into this world. Mwah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Good job. Okay. Bye.